Hello, everyone. This message is called What Are You Building On? I got this message by reading Matthew 7:24, which states, anyone who listens to my teaching and follows is wise, just like the person who builds their house on a solid rock. This message kind of came to me by honestly going back and looking over my life and reflecting on some situations where people would tell me when I would go through hardships and I would go through heartache and I would go through things that, I didn't know why I was going through, that it was God's way of just testing me. But I never accepted that. I'm like, nah, I don't think that God would test me because God knows me. So I began to pray about it. And God revealed to me I'm not going to test you, my son, and I'm not going to test you, my daughter, because I know you inside and out. I know what you're going to think before you think it, and I know what you're going to do before you do it. So I don't have to test you. And he helped me to understand that the enemy does tempt us to see what is our foundation built on. He tempts us to see if he can get us to turn away from Christ, if he can get us to deny Christ, if he can get us to blame everything on him and just totally walk away from our faith. That's what the enemy does. God is not going to test you. God is not going to purposely inflict pain on you. God is not going to purposely cause you to go through heartaches. He will give us red flags and he will try to get us out that situation. But sometimes he allows us to go through that test that the enemy gave us, that the enemy put on our life, that temptation that the enemy put on our life, so that he can show us what we really need to be building on and where we really stand. And sometimes it takes for you to hit all the way rock bottom to understand the importance of a solid foundation. It takes for you to be broken all the way down to understand what a shaky foundation is and what a solid foundation is. And I say that because people don't realize that they build in these friendships, these relationships. Sometimes we even build our goals around a shaky foundation or on a shaky foundation, not realizing that when the first storm, the first hardship come through, it's going to crumble. And I'm saying that because God had to allow the enemy to break me all the way down. I mean, I lost a good job. I lost relationships that I thought I was going to be with forever. Men I thought I was going to be with forever. I lost friends that I thought I was going to be friends with forever. Just so God could show me that, my daughter, you're building on a shaky foundation. I need to be the head of your life. I need you to build on a solid foundation because I have something greater for you. You can't continue to build on this shaky foundation that's going to crumble. You cannot continue to do things and add people in your life on this shaky foundation because it's going to crumble. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So sometimes I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm going to speak for myself. Sometimes we do things and we get in these relationships and we stay in these relationships that's built on a shaky foundation to uphold an image for everyone else, not realizing that we really hurting ourselves, not realizing that we really sabotaging what God has for us. I say this to someone right now. That very image that you're trying to uphold is going to be that very image that's going to break you down to rock bottom. So what you need to do, I'm not saying what you need to do. What you need to allow God to do is to allow him to build your life on a solid foundation. You need to allow that shaky foundation to crumble so that your foundation can be solid. So when the enemy does tempt and test you, you can be able to stand and know that God helped you to build on this solid foundation. Know that God is the head of your life. You may be tempted, you may be tested, but when you are tempted and when you are tested, you are not going to waver. You are not going to turn away from God. You going to fall on your knees and you going to pray. That's what you going to do. And I just stand to tell somebody right now, Allow God to help you build your life on that solid foundation. That shaky foundation is gonna crumble, and when it crumbles, just allow it to crumble and cry out to God and allow Him to build your life on that solid foundation. Allow God to build your life on that solid foundation. Do not keep allowing the enemy to keep you comfortable where you are. Do not allow the enemy to keep you comfortable where you are on that shaky foundation. Get uncomfortable. Allow God to build you back up on a solid foundation, so when hardships do come, you will be able to stand that test that the enemy has brought into your life. Be blessed and get uncomfortable so your life can be built the way that God will have your life to be built. Subscribe, share, and I hope that this message blesses you.